Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back. And we're on episode 50. We've got a half century up, right? So, let's make it a good one. I've already got the beer flowing. So, let's bring in the other boys. So, tonight I'm joined, fresh off of COVID. Kyle is back. And we've got Matty and Greg also joining us tonight.
Yes, KJ.
Unfortunately, Dave isn't with us, but there we go. Can't keep calm, 10-50. There we go.
Raise the bat. Half century.
Graham Thorpe, yeah?
That's it, boys. It's been a long road, isn't it, eh?
I actually feel like we've done more, to be fair. I feel like 50s. Is that including interviews as well, with everything?
Yeah, it's included. We've done, I think, there's like 2 or 3 on top of the 50 that weren't like numbered ones where we done a live stream for a Leeds Fulham game where we had that Gary Devonport on, and we had Greg's mate, the Fulham fan, on as well. Was it Shane? Yeah. So we've had a couple on top, but it's the official sort of 50th as such. But first thing first, Jonesy, how you feeling, mate, after COVID?
Like a fucking brand new man, mate.
Yeah.
Unjabbed, and I've swerved it. I've dealt with it. So yeah, no, I feel good. No, I feel like really good. Like now, I've got my energy back. Well, I say energy. I still like about 4 naps a day at the moment. I'm still off, but no, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Good to see you back, mate. Good to see you back, especially in time to review your game. Lovely to see you back, mate.
To be honest, I could have probably done it last week if I really wanted to. I mean, I couldn't be asked to talk.
Right.
But United were on as well. I needed to watch that, didn't I?
Yeah,
It made you feel worse, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I wish I'd have come on. That shit.
Kyle's at the wheel.
That's it, mate. Yeah.
Get me in.
Right. So let's get straight into it anyway. And we've got to start with you, Jonesy. Unfortunately, mate, we do it in the order of the game.
Oh fuck!
And
can't wait for this.
Straight into the fire after a week out, mate. Manchester derby, and you boys, to be honest, quite a flattering 2-0 loss at home. Obviously watched the game, and I heard your man Roy Keane's verdict on it, which was
that man is heroic.
I love it, and he actually said this is worse than the Liverpool game, like the performance. So, what are your thoughts, mate?
No, in a way, I say it sounds like a silly thing to say, but it actually felt worse, merely because I just feel it was the distance in quality and everything was so far apart. I mean, literally, I was just waiting the whole game for I thought, listen, we're playing shit. I thought, but we're going to come in, we're going to get our time where we're going to be on top or get back into it. Nothing happened. It literally was men versus fucking boys for 90 minutes. I think we strung about 6 passes together, and we had an opportunity, and then we thought, fucking yeah, here we go. That was it. It literally was. I think the Ronaldo shot, where the Ronaldo volley.
Sorry, I can't help but laugh.
It was
Brilliant.
terrible. And then after the game, I'm looking on Twitter and I'm seeing these stats. United had more shots at De Gea than they did Edison. I'm just like,
that's right. That's unbelievable, man.
I'm just like,
Bad, isn't it?
I mean, it was awful though. I mean, even the Liverpool game, I don't know. Do you know what? The Liverpool game, I've sort of forgot about. Thank fuck, but it did honestly feel dreadful. Like we just, again, it's going to go back to it. I'm fed up with all this fucking Bruno and all throwing their arms about. I just can't stand people like that. That's my head in. I know it sounds silly, but
you got about 5 Wilfred Zahas on your team now, isn't you?
Yeah, but it drives me. I just think it sets such a bad attitude for the rest of it. It makes everyone think, oh, for fuck's sake, like, do you know what I mean? There's definitely something not right there. And I don't think it is all on Ronaldo. It's definitely not Ronaldo. It's just Ollie for me. I think.
I mean, if you weren't Ronaldo, you'd have been in the relegation.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Well, look, Paul's put a comment in there, Jonesy. What's your thoughts on that? When Ollie goes, is it a total squad change again? Because that is generally what happens when new men come into a club.
I do think a few would definitely go, and that's.
I think that's why they're not pulling the trigger on him. Because they've invested so heavily.
I think he's on borrowed time. I think this is. I mean, I see he flew out to Norway. Like, you know, he can stay there for a week.
I was just about to ask you that question. Like, in the wake of such an embarrassing defeat where they barely got out of second gear, and they could have scored 5 if they really wanted to and made it even worse. How has he? He's given them the week off, hasn't he?
Yeah, but in all fairness,
we only lost 2-0.
But in all fairness, the players he's going to be left with, the others are all going on international duty. So what's he gonna? Who's going to be there that he can change things with? Do you know what I mean? Like, in all fairness, it just kills me though. All these rumours about we're going to go Conte. All of a sudden, the cunt's playing 3-5-2.
How's he gone there as well?
It's just he can't go away from it now. He loves it. Oh, fucking 3-5-2. Eric Bailly, yeah, Keane said it. Accident waiting to happen. Sometimes he comes in, and you think, brilliant. You do all he does all right. But I was saying to Greg, for that first goal for me, just stay on your feet. Why are you trying to fucking?
Yeah, I don't.
Flop
It wasn't necessary, was it?
No, if it had stayed with his feet, he would have had less chance of slicing it in his own goal like that. He's totally out of control, fucking matrixing it on fucking down, and like,
it's a lack of organisation.
He's just that player all over, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's rash.
Exactly. Yeah, Keane said it. He's essential. He's got that in him, week in, week out. He's got something, and that is why
it's like
he's not good enough.
He's your backup, but he's not good enough to be your backup. He shouldn't even be.
No,
you can't trust someone. You can't trust someone to be your backup if they've got that in them, got an own goal, got a red card.
Is Phil Jones any worse than Bailly? No, I don't think he is.
Wow.
Both bang average for me, and they both got mistakes in them. You know, you can get at them if you want to. Why is Bailly? Why would you think he's better? Even Lindelof does me head in, and again, that unfortunate at the moment. Well, the other hand's out. Our best centre half is Maguire, who's playing absolute fucking dog shit.
Who did you say?
Maguire,
mate, he is
piss poor.
Him and Shaw have been piss poor.
And they blame De Gea for that goal. That's not De Gea's fault for me. I get you could argue your toss with the keeper coming out and claiming that.
There's
two defenders there.
There's a few things there. He saved you another 19 times in the game. So the goal technically, how has Slabhead left it? Sure, I know Bernardo Silva's not like an NBA basketball player, but he did not know he was there. He didn't even know he was there. And that's what makes it more embarrassing.
There is a clip of De Gea screaming away. Maguire, you want to say that out?
It screams to me, Jonesy, that everyone in that back line is just wants to point the finger at someone else. It's almost like no one in there wants to take charge. Like any successful defensive unit, there's someone that is going to take it by the scruff of the neck and take charge of it. Yeah. There's no one in that back line.
Maguire
scream and holler and tell people, you do this, you do that. And if it goes wrong, then it's on them. None of them are willing to do it.
Maguire can do it, but at the moment there's Worm's tits and then there's Maguire's confidence. He's just not playing, but he's just fucked at the moment.
Let's just touch on Shaw for a minute. How has a bloke had the Euros that he had, and now he's just like that? Alex Telles can't be that bad to give him a shout because he's having a stinker every week.
The thing is, I do think, I think Luke Shaw is a better defender. But he ain't defending very well at the moment. So you might as well
the current form he's in, surely he's got to get dropped. It's like
I can't believe as a nation we called him Shawberto Carlos. I can't believe we done it.
Well, yeah, you did, yeah.
Well, we didn't.
Well, no. Leeds fans didn't. No, but
fat man cunt.
He conned us in the Euros. He conned us because he scored in the final.
It's like the whole Van der Beek thing. He literally must be sitting there thinking, why did I come? Same with Sancho. They must be gutted that they even went there. It's ruining their careers.
One of his good games, Bandy. That was one of his good ones. No, it is. It's I forgot what we were saying now. So I was looking at the comment.
Sancho and Van der Beek.
Oh, Van der Beek.
How did he not get a start at some point?
But this is what
can't be that bad. I'm not having this that bad.
We're 2-0 down at half time to City, right? It ain't working, right? I'm not being funny. Why he consists with McFred, I don't know, right? McFred. But again, he brings Donny on the 79th, 80th minute.
Yeah, it's too late, isn't it?
For what?
Yeah, for what? It's a poor. Again, that's Solskjaer's tactically inept nonsense.
We was getting boxed from minute one. So
surely he's got to change that at half time. Surely he has to make that substitution on 45 minutes.
Again, 100%. I'd have bought Fred off because the geezer he's been on thin fucking ice anyway. But I'm done with him now. I'm sorry. There was honestly, I wish I'll have to try and find it and share it. There was another one of United boys today shared a little video of saying we've got 3 more months of this, and it's all McTominay and Fred's little compilation thing. Yeah, mate, it's comical. Fred's done. Fuck off. Not interested.
Ask Roy Keane about Fred.
I'd have dragged him at half time and gone, listen, McTominay, just sit, be busy in there. Donny, move forward. Let's try and change it up a little bit.
Did you also, while we're talking about United, did you see the confrontation that Keane had with the fan outside Old Trafford when he called him a prick? And he went,
fair play to Keane there as well, you know.
Oh yeah, he had no security around him, and he said, no. I'm a prick because you lost.
Yeah, and you're taking out on me, basically.
Yeah.
You've had a few beers.
You've had a few beers. You're acting like a fucking idiot.
The geezer melted, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't understand why some people. What's Keane done wrong? What, because he's slating the team or what? Or I don't know if there's some...
Yes, Mr. Tom, that is quality. Ollie's at the wheel, bruv. Ollie's at the wheel, bruv. Sign the contract.
You know what?
Everyone sign the contract and
thanks his tune, isn't he?
But again, I do think in a way. Listen, it's not been successful or great, but he's pretty. I do feel like he's done pretty what he come in to do.
Who?
Rio did say he hit the nail on the head. He's come in. He's got rid of a little bit of dead. On paper, we've got a very good squad there, and he's got us to finals. He's got us to second.
That should be the bare minimum, though, Kyle.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Outlaid, and the team that you are, and your stature as a club.
But from where we are,
final of the Europa League, fucking hell, really?
The club
weren't. It's no good.
No, but we weren't in a good place, was we?
Man United are the biggest football club in the world.
Yeah, but that's why it's gone so bad. That's what they've settled for.
Yeah, because
they've settled for mediocrity, and it's like, well,
yeah, you're so far behind the top.
That's why I really don't see a quick way back from this for you lot. I don't care who you bring in. This is rotten to the core. You've got too many of your so-called legends that are more than happy to jump on the bandwagon of you lot being bang average because their mates running the club, so that they're just happy for him to be there. And it seems, like I said the other week during the Liverpool game, all them fans in the crowd, the ones that haven't left at half time, are all standing there asking Van Dijk and Salah for his shirt at the end of the game. They're more than happy to just be involved. It's like they've had their time winning everything, and it's almost like, oh, well, we're Man United. We got Old Trafford. It'd be fun. We've got a nice ground and that'd do. We're happy to just be here. And I can't see any way that you boys are coming back from this.
No, again, even if you brought in Conte, I'd even think if you brought in a Conte, we're sort of having to start again with a new manager now. You'd have to literally. But this is where I think we're getting to. I think Ollie's outstanding. He's welcome. He's sort of it's taking a bit too far now. Now we're just deeper in the shit. Now the next person that does come in will have to clean it up, build it up, and start again.
That's so funny. This geezer's quality. I love this guy. But to be honest, like you said, if they've literally got they're not going to sack. They've come out on Sky and said they're not going to sack him.
Yeah, but
they're not going to sack him.
No, they're saying that they're going to keep him in charge. But the thing is, does it get that bad that they have no choice but to bring someone in?
I'm telling you now, if Dom Ranieri fucking gets something out of us,
mate, stranger things have happened, mate.
I don't understand. We got dicked by Liverpool. There's all these rumours. He's got 3 games to save his job. We took a W against a fucking shit Spurs side. A draw against Atlanta, got absolutely annihilated against City. You're safe, Ollie.
But last year, this team was getting good results against the top 6.
Yeah, good point.
You done well against us.
But Ollie ain't got clue what he's doing.
Us, but all the top teams last year, you done well against.
What's Ollie do? In a way, you could sort of say over the last year or so, you've sort of started to see United get a bit of an identity.
He's a football manager player.
But now, I don't know what we're doing. Ollie's just going out there. It's like he rings up people. What would you do? Oh, you go 3-5-2. All right, we go. All right, I'll do it. I'll go 3-5-2.
But
he's not.
Surely, even from a point of view like ours, right? It's going that horribly wrong that you have to change something. But not only he persists with the same team.
Yep.
Like you said, like Fred and McTominay, they might as well. It's like they walk into the team and they're unchallenged.
Yeah.
Like if you're Van der Beek, like what is going through your mind? Like seriously,
just give me a chance.
Yeah, just please, chance. Like I'm begging you, just give me 90 minutes and let me do something, please.
Why not give him a few games?
That's what I'm saying. Because it can't be any worse than what's happening in the middle at the minute.
We go 2 holding midfielders against every team, and no matter who you are, whether you're Newcastle or not, we get outplayed at sometimes. Newcastle at points outplayed us at Old Trafford. The score flattered us a lot, and I'm thinking they're fucking bottom of the league. And yet they're coming to Old Trafford
playing you as well.
And playing you off the park. But that is what teams do to us now. We just get dicked by everyone. Sometimes, listen, Ollie ain't winning them games. We've got so many good players at that team. We're going to win games. You are going to win your good handful of games.
Let's face it, us 4 on the coaching staff could do as good a job as him. Maybe better.
Listen, I'm not. I know every fan says it. I can go in. I reckon I could go in there and do exactly what that cunt's doing because he's got Mike Phelan doing all his dirty work and all his coaching.
Yeah, and he picks the team,
and he just goes right. I'll just pick my best players here and see what happens. Yeah, cheers for that. It's easy. It's easily done. It is. And I know. Listen, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Ollie, he's fucked. And again, I see something.
The next game, the Watford game is that what is it at Watford?
It's away at Watford.
Yeah.
Oh. The thing is, though, I see a little thing as well. If Ollie did lose his job, who in the Prem that's looking for a manager would hire Ollie? No one.
No one.
Not even
anyone.
Would a Championship club? Greg reckons they would. I don't even think a Championship club would touch him. Do you think Borough would have chose Ollie over Chris Wilder? No, I don't think they would have done.
Purely because of the stature of his name now. And maybe the fact that because he's managed Man United, people might, but no.
If I was a Borough manager, like they binned off Warnock and got Wild, I would choose Chris Wilder over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to promote my club. I'd go Bruce over anyway, and that's in the Championship. I mean, I really would.
All of them guys are better managers than him. Dean Smith,
good point there by Brenda's Ghost. It'll be at Salford next. Great shout.
Well, his best mate.
He'll be on a BBC Free documentary with Robbie Savage.
But
exactly.
Bad news, mate.
He'll go to the MLS and take over Beckham's team, Miami.
And they're probably as well.
And we'll have Phil Neville.
when you look at it, Jonesy, like at the end of this season, if you don't win the league, which you're not going to, that's 10 years without winning the league. That's a long time, mate.
Yeah. And it's not like you ain't spent the money.
Yeah. I'm not even funny. We were title contenders a month or so ago. Arsenal relegation fucking battlers. They're now above us.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
We're like Yaz, mate. The only way is up.
Well, look,
exactly.
That's a perfect segue into the next game. So we'll move straight in to Arsenal 1, Watford 0.
I'm sweating. I've got to get the fan on, boys.
Got no fans.
About Ollie.
And Matty, look, we've had chats about this over the last sort of month or so. Your run of form, and it only seems to be continuing. And look, you only have to look at the stats running across the bottom of the screen. It's not like mega flattering. It's not sort of like you're battering at the door and having 20, 30 shots a game and playing teams off the park, but you're doing one thing that you haven't for a long time, and you're efficient and you're winning games.
Well, there seems to be a bit more steel in general. The massive investment that has been made into that back five is justified. You can see it. You can what you see is what you're. I can't explain. It's difficult to explain. It's been so long since we had a backbone. But I still can't.
You're showing a bit of control, Matty. I think you're now showing a bit of control as a team. I think he's got his point across now, and I think your team's kind of grasped it, and they're actually showing a bit of control within games, which they weren't showing before at all. They didn't. It looked like they didn't have a clue.
It's I mean, like obviously, I don't know if you you boys watched the game or saw the highlights. I don't think we played particularly well. And Aubameyang had an absolute stinker. He was terrible. Really? And they're like, when is he going to take him off penalties? Because he missed against Villa, and I'm sure he's missed more penalties than that. Lacazette apparently has never missed a penalty for Arsenal. If he's on the pitch, surely he takes the penalty. It's time for him to just step off of penalties. But that aside, I mean, Maitland-Niles, I wouldn't even say it's an emergence in centre midfield because he's always been a centre midfielder. We played him as an emergency right back, but he's never been a right back. And I'm so glad he was never sold. And he piped up a bit on social media and he seems to have sort of spun it round a bit. But I still can't get my head around this Thomas Partey never being injured at Atletico Madrid. He gets injured every 3 games for us or 4 games. Now he's out again.
Oh, is he?
We can't put it this way. I don't think we can go to Anfield without him. Like, he has to be fit and functioning for us to battle in the middle. But I did like Maitland-Niles. He's got a bit of a nasty streak about him. He likes going in for them, like, sort of shot 50-50 shoulder barges, not scared to show that he's willing to put in a tackle. Again, there was other good performances. Terry's mate Blisters, he played well. But yeah, the goal, again, normally we're too nice and we end up putting the ball out for other teams. And this time we were like, fuck it. No, we're playing on. And the leading up to the goal, that was a foul by Maitland-Niles. I have to hold my hands up. I think he fouled him. He blocked him off.
Is that what Ranieri and them were arguing about at the end?
But then, well, if you rewound it back, Danny Rose is telling that fella to stay down. And the div has got up. So Arsenal have just carried on and played the ball, started carrying on going. If he'd have stayed down on the floor, I think the ball might have stayed out or it might not have carried on like that. I don't know.
It weren't that, Matty. It was the
It's not.
No, it was the set of play before that. It was because what happened was a guy got fouled and got hurt, a Watford player. He was like, I think it was one of their centre halves. He went down, and I think it might have even been Danny Rose or someone in that sort of left back position, put the ball out for a throw in so he could get treatment.
But then he got up in the meantime. He should have stayed down.
But because they put it out, it was almost like,
okay,
you got. I don't really agree with the whole putting the ball out of play. Like, if someone's mega hurt, and I think play on, just fucking play around them. But even that's a different scenario. But the fact that they put it out and then Arsenal sort of went over to take the throw, and it was like, oh, we're going to throw it back, and it was like, oh, actually, bollocks, let's just play on.
Yeah,
I think that because all the Watford players are, what are we doing? Like, we just put that out, like, give it back.
Yeah,
and that was Ranieri's argument.
Good shout, Bremner's.
100%. Yeah, play to the fucking
whistle.
Even
hear it on Sunday League. Play to the whistle.
Director Ben.
With it's like that when Odegaard had that chance, that was going in. Why did he get involved, Aubameyang? Just leave it. You must know you're offside. That's what you do for a job. You look along the line and see what the crack is, and he's just taking it off. I felt a bit gutted for Odegaard, to be fair, but that Kuka, he was a red card waiting to happen. He looks like he's been in the Marines or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks an animal, doesn't he?
Yeah. You wouldn't want to tear up with him after a night out in Croydon and in little job in a kebab shop, would you? No. He looks angry, but like I said, we're learning how to win ugly, which is something we haven't had for a long, long time. So we could have won by more than one, but I'll happily take that. We didn't play particularly well, and we got 3 points and another clean sheet. And I don't. By the way, I've kissed his ass for weeks now, Ramsdale. But what was he doing when he came out and totally missed it?
Oh, fuck me, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying Josh King's shit because he isn't, but a better quality of Premier League striker, I think, is putting that in.
Most of them would.
And that would have killed us not getting 3 points against them because we deserve to win. But yeah, onwards and upwards. And obviously, we meet Liverpool next, and that is going to be a tough game because we've got a terrible record at Anfield. But I'm going there with a bit of optimism. For once in a long time, I'm thinking, I'm not saying we're going to win the game, but I'm not thinking like we're going to get absolutely smashed as per when we go to Anfield. So hopefully I'm right. We'll
4-4, mate.
Oh, get Andre back. What a game. Even thinking of that game gives me goosebumps.
Greg hates that game. He hates that.
I love it.
He hates
Sharvin. What about...
I love that geezer. Did you see the time he tried to come in a bobble hat and Wenger took it off him? and threw it on the
I haven't
floor.
seen that.
Yeah, there's a clip doing the rounds on social media. He's warming. He's literally on. He's got the snood on. He's got the bobble hat on, and Wenger's like, "What are you doing?" Takes it off his head and throws it on the floor.
What in Russia now, pal?
I'll tell you what, he was a talented boy. He never reached the heights that he probably should have at Arsenal.
He really was a good player. He showed moments of like, wow, like not many people go to Anfield.
All at Anfield.
Yeah, all that.
He did. Julio Baptista had a go at Anfield as well, didn't he, Greg? He liked a bit of Anfield.
He should have been a fucking boxer instead.
Who's talking about history now?
Brick shithouse, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Quality. But yeah, happy with the performance and onwards and upwards for us.
Yeah, no, fair play to you, mate. Honestly, I was looking forward to laughing at you boys this season, but
well, there's still a long time to fuck.
How the tables have turned.
Well, that's football for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it happens. So,
it is, mate. Look, it's a game that one game can sort of change the whole mindset around all clubs. You know what I mean? And it does happen. And look, we'll move on now to the next game, which was Leeds 1, Leicester 1.
the Leeds.
And back, aren't they? Leeds are back, aren't they?
Well, Carl, if you'd have seen the game, yeah, they are.
5 points, Carl.
They've really.
Greg's giving it.
Greg, we'll come on to that because I'll mention it now. Bremner's ghost. I let him pick my. Well, I let a few of you guys in the comments pick my scores.
You're not going to do that again,
last week, and Bremner's ghost, man. He's picked Leeds to win 3-1. I had 1-1. And it would have been my first exact score. So he's done me out of it.
Go with your gut, mate.
Go with your feeling, Terry. Go with your feeling, mate.
It was always bound to happen, but it's my fault. I can't blame anyone. But yeah, look, going on to like, are we back, Jonesy? It's not so much for the result; it's the manner of the performance. It's the first game this season where I've looked at it and gone, "Fucking hell, that's Leeds. Like that's how we play football. We controlled it throughout. Like it's crazy. It's all good, mate. It's crazy to think that
makes you really.
I've been saying throughout this season to you boys about how even like when the games where Phillips was playing and he weren't missing through injury, he was so isolated in the middle. He was the only midfielder basically. And where most clubs we were coming up against had 3 in the middle, Phillips was having to do a job against all 3. It was like 3-on-1 constantly.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And we've just been so lackluster in the middle of the park and getting overrun. The amount of times where we played against teams and their centre half had picked the ball up and just ran 50 yards straight down the middle of the pitch, unchallenged. And it's been happening week in, week out. And this game, Adam Forshaw, and mate, the guy, I admire him so much. It's been 4 years since he's kicked a football in the Premier League, which was with Middlesbrough. And it's been 2 years now, a bit over 2 years that he's played football for Leeds. Like he did come back a bit earlier in the season in the Carabao Cup, but in like the first team in the league, it's been over 2 years. And like Bandy's put in the comments, a lot of people laughed at Radrazani, who's our owner. A lot of people jumped on him midway through the transfer window, basically saying, where the fuck is this midfielder that we're crying out for? Because we know we're lacking in it. And Radrazani got a lot of Leeds fans backed up because he went Adam Forshaw. He replied to someone and he went Adam Forshaw. And everyone was like, oh, for fuck's sake, he's not played football for 2 years and you're putting it on him. Like they basically said he was an inch away from retirement. Like he's 29 years old now and he's missed 2 years of football and it could have been it. Like he's had a lot of bad injuries. And the fact that he came back in, slotted in, and he got man of the match in a midfield against Tielemans and Didi and Samara. And Adam Forshaw's just fucking slotted in. And
because is he a bit of a baller? And is he quite a tidy little player? I mean, I've not seen. I know who he is, but I've never really wouldn't say I've watched him play a lot.
Look, it says it all. When Marcelo Bielsa took over, his first interview as Leeds manager, he said the best footballer at this club is Adam Forshaw. And people were like, really? Like he's tidy, but don't know about that. And he was so vital in the early stages of Bielsa's tenure at Leeds. It keeps everything ticking over. He's always in the right position. He never loses the ball. He's tidy on the ball, like keeps everything ticking over. He gets stuck in. He wins a tackle. He just does everything you really want as someone in the midfield. He's one of them. He'd play in your midfield, and a lot of people wouldn't even notice him. And for me, that's a sign of a good midfielder a lot of the time. Someone who's just ticking over, and he goes unnoticed. But it was very noticeable this weekend because it's everything we've missed. And he just came in and he ran the show, mate. And it freed up Phillips because Phillips didn't have to like tear ass around the pitch like a blue-ass fly chasing every man and his dog because Adam Forshaw was there doing it with him. And it was almost like fucking
massively helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, Phillips has now got time on the ball. Phillips can now play his role and not have to worry about doing the pressing of 3 other players. Like he was brilliant, and I've got to take my hat off to him. The guy, like I see his interview in that, and it was quite emotional at the start of the year when he had his first game in the cup because he's either a 3-year-old or 4-year-old boy who has never seen him play football, like because since he's been born, he's been injured. Wow. And he never understood that his dad was a footballer. And it was quite emotional because he was like, fucking hell, my boy's actually the first time he's seen me actually play. All these years he's been telling him, I was like, Daddy does that. That's who Daddy plays for. And he's like, really, bro?
Good one.
But fair play to him, mate. And yeah, I've got to take me out to him. It was quality seeing him out there. And it's now sort of going into like the next few weeks or whatever. He's got to start. He's now a must have in our starting 11. So yeah, it's brilliant, really.
I think it's a very good result for you. Again, Leicester are a top side. They've got some top players, and on their day, I do believe they will beat anyone in this league on their day. So yeah, I mean, and the form you sort of been in, you've been a bit up and down, a bit inconsistent. I think it's a top result. I think that could be that you got to take more confidence from that game than probably you would have took against your previous wins, or do you know what I mean? Bits and pieces.
100%. Like, by the way, boys, I know my sound is a little bit out of sync with my video. We've been trying to fix it, but I don't know what's happening, so we're just going to have to persist. But yeah, it's a massive result in the terms of who we're playing against. It's a very good side, and we dominated them. If you'd have said to me, Yuri Tielemans and Jamie Vardy didn't play the weekend, I wouldn't have argued with you because I didn't notice any of them on the pitch. And if you're playing Leicester and you're keeping Tielemans and Vardy completely anonymous, that's a fucking good performance.
How did the Welsh Sonic play?
Mate, look, Dan James I feel a little bit sorry for him in the fact that he's playing number 9. He's playing centre forward for us at the moment. Because we haven't got any. So he's playing up front, and that ain't his position, and he's in a new team. He's not really had the benefit of being eased into our system. He's been thrown in the deep end, and I give him a lot of respect for the fact that he's been a nuisance. Every team we've played against, he's been a nuisance. Like, he's always running in behind. A lot of teams haven't been able to live with him in terms of that. He's run them ragged, and he's creating a lot of openings for us. He missed quite a few opportunities on the weekend against Leicester. Shots from the edge of the box that were sort of being like put over or wide and just a bit tame. So it was a bit frustrating because people are getting on his back with that. But I do feel for him because he's playing out of position, and it's not. Dan James isn't the one you want as your final man running in on goal every time. That's not what he does. But yeah, so it's one of them. I'm quite happy with him because he's bringing a lot to the team, and our press is one of our main assets, and he's been massive in terms of that. He doesn't fucking stop running, mate. He's really, I like that.
Oh yeah, nice.
And look, Bandy's just whacked in the comments there about Pascal Struijk. He became a man last season when we played Leicester away, and he showed himself against this season. And look, Pascal is, for me, he's going to be, like, I think he's 21, maybe 22.
He's that young. He looks fucking about 40.
Do you know what I mean? He's a big, strong boy, and he's got all sorts of ability. He can play well, we can play two different positions, centre half and central defensive midfield. And then the weekend I see the lineup and he's left back. And I'm going, not so sure about that. 6'4", fucking 90 kg bloke at left back who's never played there before. I was a bit worried.
Sounds like me on a Sunday.
Bro, he was fucking immense. He
Matty
was
left
so
back.
good. He was breezing up and down the
Never
wing.
played here again. Cheers.
Mate, you got a Strauch on the overlap. It was like, are you sure? He was immense. So, mate, fair play to him. I genuinely think this boy is, in 2 or 3 years, he's going to be something special. There's going to be a lot of clubs sniffing around him because he's got everything, mate. He's really, really talented.
Yeah, from what I saw, Leeds created a hell of a lot of chances, but without. When is Bamford fit again? How long is he out for?
He'll probably be back after the international break.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You've missed him is an understatement, isn't it? Because
but he weren't doing much before anyway, was he?
On Rafinha's case,
he only played 3 games, mate, and he scored 1 goal. So.
Again, Rafinha though, his goals quality. He is mustard, man. I hate to say this, when he leaves Leeds, because I think that is inevitable in the next probably 2 seasons. If he carries playing the way he's playing, he is going to go for one hell of a fee. That's for sure.
God.
Well, look, we're in a position where, as long as we stay up this year, which fingers crossed we do, touch wood, all that. As long as we stay up this year, next year we're going at it big. So there's no way we're going to be selling Phillips, Rafinha, or anything at the end of this year. Because, look, we've just had another heavy investment from the San Francisco 49ers. They've upped their stake in the club again. And they're going to be pumping in a fair bit of money. And we're, like Radrazani's already said, in the summer, we're going big. Because we pretty much had a year off in the window this year.
Yeah, you didn't really spend much. Well,
no, we held off. And our priority was stay in the league again. And then next year we can go big. And their aim, and I don't think they really should have come out and said it because it heaps pressure on people, but their aim next season, if we, providing we're still in the league, is they want to make a run at the top 6 next year. So they're going to be heavily investing in this team.
Well, and
I think they've realised
to make top 6, you're going to have to invest.
Massively.
But I think they've realised that you're going to have to if you're going to keep hold of Melier, Rafinha, Phillips. All of these players that are sort of, Bamford even, these are all now international players that are proving it at the top level. And you're going to have teams that are in that top 6 that are going to go, hang on a minute, we can offer you European football. We can offer you Champions League football. We can, say for example, West Ham qualify for the Champions League this year. You're telling me they're not going to want to have a sniff at someone like a Rafinha or a Phillips, put Phillips in with Declan Rice. And you know what I mean? Like this. So you're going to have to get in amongst that lot to sort of keep these people, and I think we're going to really go big at the end of the season. Should we stay in the division? Because last season I can't remember the exact points, but I think it was only 6 points off the top 6 last season. So it's not that out of reach when you think about it. The top 4 is, but the top 6 isn't.
I just feel like this Champions League football for these sort of players is such an easy get out clause because you sort of think, well, if we can't offer them Champions League, you know in yourself as a Leeds fan, Phillips and Rafinha deserve to be playing Champions League football. You'd want to see them on that stage. So if they left for a Champions League club, it's easy for them because you probably wouldn't moan too much if you weren't getting it. That's the problem. The good thing is they're playing for their country. They're playing for
Well, you've got Neymar now. Neymar badgering PSG to get Rafinha. Do you know what I mean?
Don't worry. The Leeds bit always goes on a bit longer than everyone else. Don't worry.
He could go there. He could. He wouldn't look out of place
in any team.
Replacing Di Maria or someone like that. Do you know what I mean?
Are you telling me,
if your back goes as well, if your back goes this end of next year?
From your free point of view, if your teams signed Rafinha at the end of the season, would you be happy?
Of course we would. That's a no-brainer. Even though we've got good players out there, I would say he would get in our starting 11 for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's no Harvey Elliott, but
well, no, he's got 2 legs that work.
We're not going over this again, are we? Fucking hell. No,
he's a player. No, he's a player.
Yeah, he's good. Again, I think he'd walk into any team in that.
Well, he'd definitely walk into your one, wouldn't he?
Oh, well, cool. Yeah, but the thing is, in a way, like I do sort of think again. I do like Greenwood and I do like Sancho on the right. So I know Rafinha probably prefers to play from the right, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
So again, we've got players there, but mate, of course you'd take him.
Are you telling me, like, you throw him in that Man City starting lineup?
How many fucking players have City got in that position?
But, do you know what I mean? But if you put him in there, he wouldn't really have place.
No, he wouldn't. Agreed. But they got £100 million Jack Grealish sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean,
where's Mahrez? Is Mahrez
Bernardo Silva's come back and he's unreal.
He was quality.
Oh, he's unbelievable. Yeah,
he's unbelievable.
Bernardo Silva is a top player.
Absolute baller.
He had a bad spell, but now he is back.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll tie that one up anyway. One more thing I just want to mention is Stuart Dallas, because I don't know if you boys see his interview last week, where he basically said he's been struggling this year. He had COVID twice, and he said physically he's really struggled to get over it. And then he lost his best friend at the start of the season. And he said mentally he's just been all over the place.
That's because he was tearing it up last year.
Yeah.
He was quality, to be fair.
And I think he realised, he realised that he's not been at it. And a few people have been sort of going, fucking hell, is he shit now? Or what's the problem? And
he's a human being at the end of the day. Jesus Christ, like, football is football, but come on.
And you know what? I think coming out and saying it, give him a new lease of life. It's almost like a weight's been lifted off of him.
Shoulders, yeah.
Because the weekend, he was back to himself. He was brilliant the weekend. And
it's good to talk.
Yeah, exactly. And it's perfect for that. And I've got to give the fans a hell of a lot of credit, because last week in the midweek game, they was all going mad for him and like singing "There's only one Stuart Dallas" and that at the end of the game. And you could see he was quite sort of cut up by it, that we've just got right behind him and just gone, it don't matter, we're going to support you anyway. And he was back to himself the weekend. So, yeah, absolutely buzzing for him. So, fair play to Stuart Dallas.
It's a good, but at the end of the day, it's a good, considering the form you had prior. I mean, that's a great point to build moving on. That's a great point. And you've got players to come back in.
Yeah.
So
I'd have took it at the start of the game.
Well, who have you got next?
Yeah, who have you got? That's what I was going to say.
Tottenham away. Conte's first home game.
I don't see why you can't go there and beat them. They're still shit.
Yeah, agree.
Did you see the incident on the weekend? The best bit of the whole weekend was Fabian Delph calling the geezer Atwell when it weren't him. Did you see that?
That weren't Delph.
No, there's someone in the
someone in the crowd.
Is that
someone in the stack, like behind the camera?
Someone dubbed that. Oh, okay. I thought it was originally Delph. And then
he was just in the video when he was like,
he was just in the video.
That was fucking funny.
Well,
that was funny.
I love the commentator. He's like, fair play, he might be, but he's not reffing this game.
Yeah, he's not here.
What game are you watching that well? And he's like,
they got away with that one on Richarlison. That was a penalty.
Yeah, it was.
100% penalty. How they've got away with that, I don't know. Penalty.
I love Bremner's Ghost who said you look like Bob Hoskins, Jonesy. That's a great shout.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Hoskins,
who framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah.
I need to get me hair trimmed. Once I get the old skin fade on, I'm all right.
You got a skin fade in your
Bob you are Hoskins from now on.
No, who was it? Willie Thorne used
Willie Thorne and
Willie Thorne, yeah.
In the races.
But yeah, let's. And also Harvey Barnes' goal, by the way. What a goal!
Stop that goal. That's what I meant to say to you. What
Jesus?
How's he scored about 10 seconds from the kickoff as well?
Literally 10 seconds after. I actually missed the goal. I was still.
Yeah. But the finish was a joke.
Sitting there, I was like, and I was like, hang on, no. That can't be allowed. And I'm looking at the telly thinking, because it just died, I was like, it's got to be it must be an offside or something's happened there.
And it was 1-1.
It was like, oh no, it's 1-1. No. That's out of order. No.
You're most vulnerable when you've just scored. It's a fucking
what a goal, though. Fair.
Well said, Bob. Well said.
Yeah, well done, Hosk.
Willie.
Oscar. Oh.
But let's move on to the next game anyway. And Greg, we did say this was a potential banana skin, mate.
Hey, yes, Greg.
West Ham 3, Liverpool 2 in a London
He's
stadium.
awake now. He's awake.
Opinions. How shit is Alisson again?
No.
The second and third weren't his fault.
First and second was his fault.
The first one, he
not his fault.
The first one, he punched it in his own net. He wasn't fouled, not having one bit. The second,
no, it's not a foul. That ain't a foul.
He had a met. The second goal, I thought it was a bit to cane him about that, maybe a bit harsh because I thought it was a bit of a weak hand. I didn't think Fornals hit it particularly.
Yeah, but we were kamikaze defending again on the halfway line. Yeah, they countered on, and it was 1-on-1.
Bowen's the timing of his pass was mustard. Like he waited.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny. You've got, I think it was Robertson, Fabinho, and someone else right next to him. Just take a foul. Yeah, take a yellow.
Just foul him. Yeah, absolutely. But the third goal, I mean, how's Mane just not bothered with him? First of all, but I thought Alisson, he could see the ball coming over the whole time. I didn't even really think there was anyone in his way.
Mate, he was obviously that goal was in the third. That goal was in the third minute. He was done from then because he was more worried about the player and that than the ball. As a keeper, just be worried about the ball. If you're going to get fouled, you get fouled.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
just concentrate on staring at the ball. Yeah,
but he's too worried about Antonio, and then by the time he's finished playing with him, the ball's on top of him. That's why he lost the battle with Bonner.
I thought it was clever from Antonio, though. Very clever, I think. From him.
He was doing that new tactic where you bend over in front of the goalkeeper.
Exactly. He had no intention of going for the ball because he weren't even looking where the ball was coming from.
He was just there to be a pest. And
I thought that was going to get disallowed. And I'm glad it wasn't.
No, it was
honestly, yeah, but keepers get too much protection, don't they? You can't even fucking win.
Yeah, no, they do. But then he couldn't have got protection from that. Like if he had actually, as I say, concentrated on the ball, he might have actually got up above Bonner, and then he would have been fouled if he was above him. But he got caught underneath him. He was ahead of him. Like it was a goal. Yeah,
saying to disallow that for as well, wouldn't they? It was like, oh no, that was a foul. Oh fuck, no, I didn't touch it. Must have been handball. Look for handball. Is there a handball? Oh no,
look for something.
Jurgen, sorry mate. I know you normally ref our games, but we can't even lie about this one.
Greg,
why is there so much hate? We're not even top of the league.
Greg, what did you make of the Cresswell challenge? Because the first time I saw it, I thought it was just red. Now I'd made my mind up. But when I saw it again, it looks like he buckles a bit on the ball, like he's tried to put his boot on the top of the ball. Realised he's not going to get it, slipped, but the follow through's taken Henderson out. Having looked at it again, I think it was more of a yellow card, personally, but
orange.
Well, what are we saying, boys? What are we saying?
We had this debate. Pogba's one. We had it. If you go over the ball and you're out of control and off of the floor, and you stud someone in the knee, it's a red. It's not. Listen,
he could have easily gone, man. Easily.
We've all been there. Yeah, we've all been there when we go into a hard smash tackle, you win the ball, but then you take out the player. But you can't get away with that anymore. And literally,
in my eyes,
I was shocked he never got sent off.
In football, but this is the debate we've had. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to see that because he's actually won the ball first. What happens after happens after. But that don't apply in football no more.
Played to Henderson though. He didn't like piss and moan, did he? He just got up.
He stayed down for a little while. Yeah, he had a little lay down. No, but I agree with what you said, Tel.
Right.
I don't want to see people get sent off for them sort of challenges. But
it is in modern football. It is.
Yeah.
It's exactly what Pogba got sent off for against.
Yeah, and if Pogba got sent off, then he should have got it. Yeah. And Holgate already done it.
Yeah,
and got sent off.
Holgate's was,
and obviously, if he does get a red there, that changes the whole complexion of the game.
Maybe so, but we just weren't good enough, mate. Like,
and this is the problem. But I feel like VAR at one point it was getting better. At the beginning of the season, I feel like it was all working quality, but all of a sudden, for the last
while you're on that note, did anyone see Danny Rose's bushwhacker clothesline on Bukayo Saka?
No.
I mean, any chance or? And then I thought the Legion of Doom had turned up. I know Arsenal playing red, but fucking hell, what is that all about? And then he's kicked Pepe about 10 minutes before he's booted.
Mate, we've had the Arsenal chat. Fuck off, we have.
It's back up.
But
Great.
by the way, Bandy,
Always talking over my Liverpool fucking.
I wanted to make
Liverpool
sure you were awake because you looked a bit sleepier. But carry on.
Oh,
Greg,
mate.
just to chime in quickly, Bandy's put. I tried to do it for you, Terry, but I was a goal out. Forgive me. We don't want you relegated based on our predictor. Bandy picked this score for me, and he picked 4-2 to West Ham. How unlucky is that?
Jesus.
I went far off.
I'm sure. Didn't I pick 3-2, but the other way?
You picked. Let me have a look. Yes, you did. Yeah.
But again,
you didn't even get the team right, Greg. So you're miles out.
Did you say 3 first? Did you go 3-2? Depending on the way he said it.
Who's at home?
Who's at home?
Who's at home?
Wait,
Mate,
Greg, what are you saying about Mane's chance at the end as well? I bet he was screaming. When I watched it, I thought Greg's celebrating. Greg's picked the boy up. He's fucking. Oh no! Go to bed. Come on to bed, son.
No. To be fair, mate, obviously Desperado. We got Origi on.
That's Budweiser.
That was a good game. That was a great goal. To be fair.
Yeah, he done well. But obviously,
amazing goals that Origi when he plays.
It's a shame Trent's free kick gets wasted in a fucking loss. Do you know what I mean?
What a goal! By the way, stop that. Stop it.
I was going to mention Origi to you, Greg. Is he got to start looking at moving?
Hey, that's struggle, son.
Well, it depends.
We're massive. Here he goes. He would get on.
Depends whether what he wants in his career, mate. Because he ain't good enough to play for us week in week out. So it's
he's good enough to play for a decent side, I think.
Yeah, but it's again, are you happy to play your bit part for a big team and a team that you've been at for a few years, or then do you just think about, well, I just want to play?
Yeah. To be fair, Carl, I would have him. I've not seen enough of him to know what his press is like from the front, but
Klopp loves him. Klopp wanted him at Dortmund.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right.
He was so happy when he got the Liverpool job that he had to Divock Origi, but he's one of them. He's always been a bit flattering to deceive, but then he's got us massive goals.
He's a bit of an Ollie. He's a bit of a super sub, isn't he? He's one of them. If you used to give him a run in the team, he'd be shit. I don't think. He pretty would score goals for you, but I don't think he's ever been that. He's never going to be that player for Liverpool where, hello mate, you're starting with Mane and Salah either side of you. It's just never going to happen.
Did you see his goal against in the cup when he kicked it over, when he sort of changed his body? That was ridiculous.
Never. How Dan tried? No, not having that.
Good God, Strike.
By the way, just a little.
Good to see you've shown up on this one.
Just to veer off slightly on West Ham.
Oh my God!
Anyone see the geezer's finger? By the way,
is that real?
Yeah,
apparently it is real. Oh, Strug was it real?
He lost his finger.
What? Get some ice.
He lost his finger away again. And he just left it on the side. And someone posted a photo, I think today or yesterday.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Of the actual remainder of the finger.
So did they not get any ice?
He's laughing. Finger in hell.
He should have just put it in his pint and took it to the hospital with him.
Wouldn't have been the worst shout, to be honest.
I'd have to put it in my pocket. I think I'll get the doctor back home and put that back on. I wouldn't be able to leave it fucking out there.
You only get 12 hours, isn't it?
Oh, do you?
John, I don't know if you can. I'll try to dig this out for John to bring up on screen and I'll send you the link, John. It's it's pretty special, mate.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It must have got caught in the fence, I reckon. Don't you think? That's the only. How has he ripped it off?
Yeah, well,
must have been one hell of a wank he had at half time.
I reckon he's put his fingers down the fence and then it's just got sheared off.
There you go.
West Ham are flying, by the way, as well. Like, fair play to them. Fucking hell, they're playing some top football. But I was saying to Greg, you haven't always got the best players to fucking.
Yeah, they're flying. That's the only reason Dan's commenting.
He's the first time he's turned up on the chat.
Yeah, he
don't know who
loves
he
it.
is until West Ham play. Look.
That's what makes it more funny. Well done, Shrug. Well done, mate.
I want to get him on so he can sing us a couple of songs. Ain't that a song we're a massive bit? Ain't that? Is it a song? I don't know.
I don't actually know the history of how that started. But I saw
I don't.
There's a social media bloke. I don't know if he's a YouTuber or what, but he's a West Ham fan, and he keeps putting it on his thing. I don't know if he started it or if it's gone from there, but I keep seeing it all over social, and it cracks me up. To be fair.
Yeah, they're playing really well.
John, by the way, Director John, I've emailed you 2 links. One is the video of the guy's finger on the side in the stadium where somebody filmed it as they was leaving the stadium. They saw a finger on the side. It was like, hang on. And then the second link is the photo which was posted of the remainder of his finger. It's fucking
just going back to Greg quickly. What are we saying, Greg? Little blip, you'll be back, or a lot to work on from the loss?
Mate, it's our first loss of the season against a decent team. I mean,
I'm just trying to do a fishing rod out there for you to just bite it.
Clop out, or
clop out, or
absolute the bus is firmly on course for us. I'm not worried about fucking Klopp at the wheel. No, mate, we've had 1 loss. We've drawn against the other 2 top teams.
Yeah, he did mention that 48 times in an interview of his 130 railings on one row.
Since he's lost his right prick, isn't he?
Yeah,
mate, the hatred from you lot is unbelievable.
Mate,
let's move on. Let's do.
I don't mind Jurgen. I think, but yeah, he's a bit of a
Jurgen hater. It's just nice to see Liverpool lose a game.
But listen, it is nice.
You've had a long time of not.
It's all right, you'll get the brunt of it, mate. Don't worry. After
get the Chris brunt of it, yeah. Hopefully not, mate.
As a little side note, and as we've got Strug in the comments, he's a hammer, a happy hammer. Where do we think they can realistically finish this year?
Just about to ask you that question. Can they make Champions League?
Well, they're in a title race. They're only 3 points behind Chelsea.
I don't see why they can't win Europa. I really don't.
That's the other thing as well. And I thought they might have an indifferent season in the league this year, because you often find teams, when they first qualify for the Europa League, it really upsets their flow.
But they've just had they've just got their first big injury, innit? Bonner.
Bonner, that is going to be a big loss.
If they haven't had key players out for any period of time, have they?
Super Craig Dawson's ready to come in.
He done all right when he came on.
That's what I mean. They have got numbers. They have got got depth in numbers, because they got Dawson and Diop.
Yeah.
But what if Antonio gets injured?
What are we saying? But that's a big. That's going to be a big thing for them, isn't it? It'd be massive for them. Huge.
Because realistically, I actually think that they could, I think I changed that 20 minutes ago. I changed your name.
I've only just seen that.
I've only just seen it. Yeah.
No, I have. I saw that we'd done it all the same, and then I see Bob Hoskins ages ago.
I've only just seen it.
That's someone who watches them every week, by the way.
I think they could sneak a 4th, but it's going to be tough.
I think they fall slightly out of it over the course of 38 games.
You can't say you want 8 or 10 when you're playing so well now, and you're where you are.
With a cup,
surely not.
I can see them nicking a cup somewhere. I can. I mean, they fully deserve to win that. The Carabao, they fully deserve to beat United and City.
They could genuinely win the Europa League.
I think they can.
100% top 6 and a good run in Europe, or a cup at home.
Yeah. We all done our predictions at the start of the season, and I think most of us went with Leicester to win the Europa League on the basis of English teams get very far in that competition, like consistently. There we go. There's the finger on the side for the fella.
They get quite far for Villarreal to go and win it.
The other one is just too disgusting. I'm not going to put it out. It's
great. You said it. You got to post it.
No, I'm not.
He's in charge.
We're all adults here.
It is on Twitter. If anyone ain't seen it, just type in West Ham finger. That could bring up all sorts. But yeah, anyway. And
Fingering
what
at
do
the
you call
London
it?
Stadium.
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, we all pick Leicester on the basis of English teams get really far in that competition, but West Ham are better than Leicester as it is.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
There's no reason they can't win that competition. And if you're a West Ham fan, winning the Europa League's fucking monumental. You'd take finishing outside of Europe to win that because you qualify again winning that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You take 17th and winning that, wouldn't you? Fucking hell, gives a fuck.
That would be epic.
Yeah. No, that's a good team. Very good team.
It's going to be a good season from regardless. I think that they started really well and
bubbles are
firmly
blowing.
All the bubbles.
But let's go on to our prediction results, ladies and gents. Obviously, we're not going to
be getting one score right. Or... yeah.
We're not going to be making predictions for the upcoming fixtures because it's going to be 2 weeks until the next game. We'll do that in our next episode. But yeah, we'll run over like the scores. They're going across the bottom of the screen as it is. And there is the updated table. I made a bold call last week of not predicting my own scores, and I've put it to the comments. And we kindly had Mr. Tom, Ben Island, Bremner's Ghost, and Bandy all pick a score for me. I ended up raking in 4 points, so I got 2 results but no correct scores. As a caveat to that, if I'd have stuck with my own predictions, which I did send into the WhatsApp group for the boys to have a look, I would have got 9 points, and I would have been joint top scorer this week with Greg, and it would have been my first exact score. So, I done well there.
You'll be doing that again, will you?
Yeah. You know what will happen though? Next week, I'll fucking predict again and get 2 points again. I'll get 2 or 4 points every week. It's like, cheers. Thanks for that. But the only change in the actual standings is Greg has leapfrogged Matty into second place.
Well done,
with a big 9 points this week, Greg. So well done, mate. You called the Leeds game spot on. You got 1-1 for that.
Yeah.
And then you had
Arsenal. He's coming to you.
Yeah, he's getting close, isn't he?
But it's your lowest haul of the season, Kyle. With only 2 points this week.
That's good. That's a good
thing. Yeah, but I'm just trying to give people a chance. It's boring out here by myself.
Mate, you've pulled in some big scores.
Bob.
You've had 7 twice. You've had 9 twice. You've had 12 once.
6
and now the wheels
is unbelievable.
Well and truly fell off, mate. 2 points. You're in my territory now, mate.
Call me Ollie. That's how much the wheels falling off. Fuck it hell.
Ollie of the prediction league. But yeah, so that's where we stand at the moment anyway, boys. But yeah, we'll come on to that next week when we do our predictions for the following week's results.
Ollie skins.
Scooting in to our nominations for Donkey of the Week and Baller of the Week. So first up, we're going to go with Donkey. And Dave isn't joining us for the episode tonight, but he has kindly sent me in his nominations. So I'll tell you Dave's. His Donkey of the Week is somebody has won it multiple times last season. Allison.
Fuck off. You just know what a prick.
So we'll start off with that. So Greg, I'll let you retort first, mate. Who's your nomination for Donkey?
The ref is not sending off Cresswell.
You not nominating a ref, didn't you, Greg?
No, I'm joking. No, I'll go for Holgate, mate. That's naughty, that tackle.
Mason Holgate. Colgate. Matty.
Sorry, Greg. Allison for me. He was pony. He was awful. Sorry. Holgate.
Is it fault for one goal? I don't get how he's becoming Donkey.
Fault for one goal, really? You watched that whole 90 minutes and you didn't think he was terrible? He was at fault for the third goal as well. That was his fault.
No, not really. He's lost his marker, Mane and Trent. It's a free header.
Hang on, he's standing in the middle of the goal. Kurt Zuma's scored in the tightest angle in the world, and he's about 6'6", and he didn't see him there or what? No.
By the way, a little side run on that, Kurt Zuma. My daughter had me in hysterics when I was watching that game. When he scored that, and they were going
Paw Patrol.
Yes, they was like Zuma, and she's like, she looked at the. My daughter's 3 years old, by the way. She turns to me. She went, "Zuma, he's in Paw Patrol."
Yeah,
and I was dying, man. Now I can't take Kurt Zuma seriously.
He's fully in the Paw Patrol now.
It was so funny, man.
Boris.
But yeah, my nomination is one of your players, boys. But Greg, you are off the hook. It isn't yours. It's Aaron Wan-Bissaka for me. The geezer was fucking horrendous. So bad.
Team's horrendous.
Jordan.
Yeah, but to just narrow it down to one, that boy is nicking a living, mate. I think he's fucking awful. So yeah, and that just highlighted it that game. So Wan-Bissaka for me. The bit where he lost Phil Foden, he's marking Foden, and he's decided I'm just going to run 20 foot forward and leave Foden on his own, and they score for it. It's just awful. But yeah, Wan-Bissaka. Jonesy.
Alisson.
Oof.
Just because it's a bit easy, but yeah, I just think, I do think he should have done a bit better because that's how good he is. I expect him to do better for that second one. So
fair play.
So
Bandy, yeah, you called it, mate. That's brilliant, though, that Farke got the team tack after his first win.
Don't make sense, is it?
This is a cruel business, isn't it, lads? I mean, the poor geezer hasn't won for how many Premier League games?
They must have made up their mind already.
Yeah.
A lot of you've noticed that Dean Smith and Farke both got a sack this week. A lot of clubs, I think, were looking at it to get it done while the international break comes into it.
Always is. As soon as the first one goes, they all drop.
Bit of a clear out, yeah.
Which is even more superb that Ollie survived. I just love it.
Well, I see a little thing on Twitter. It killed me. It was fucking like Daniel Farke picks up his first win, and there was a little meme or GIF underneath it going, "That's not how we do it round here." Like, fucking. I just don't.
Hilarious, isn't it?
At least he left on a high, I suppose. They probably thought, right, well, there you go. You can go on a win.
Yeah,
it's madness.
But yeah, so that settles that one, mate. Donkey of the week is
Greg ain't at me. Greg, he's not at me.
He's probably the guy. I'll have to look back, but he's probably the guy who's won it the most. I'd say Alisson, because last season he had
considering how much of a good goalkeeper generally here has been for Liverpool.
Crazy, isn't it?
He has had some absolute howlers, by the way.
Last season,
it's that position, though, isn't it? It's just who would be a keeper.
He's no Aaron Ramsdale, is he?
There's no room for error there, is there? You make one error, it's a goal. Like.
Yeah, this is it, mate.
But yeah. So next one in, baller of the week. So cue
there he is.
Well, big love that. Love it, John. Well done. So yeah, baller of the week again. Dave has sent me in his, and obviously normally we go with a player. But on occasions, it's a club or a manager or someone else. So Dave has gone with David Moyes as our baller of the week. And quite hard to argue with it, really. The guy's doing an absolutely sensational job.
How does that make you feel, Kyle?
Man United would love him.
He is flying with West Ham and you have Ollie.
Listen, he weren't...
That's soul
Moyes... He should have been given longer, I agree, but he weren't doing well at us. And let's be honest, he's already been fucking binned from West Ham once. He got fucking...
Yeah.
So... Yeah, but that was wrong.
He's doing really well. But just let's calm down. Let's just calm down a little bit.
Do you know what I love more than anything? Is he wins something with West Ham. You boys go, hang on, maybe we made a mistake. Get him back, and he's even worse.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't want him back, and that's nothing against it, you know.
Take that, innit?
Still, for me, the best thing Moisey ever done was when he was it Sociedad manager when he went to Spain. and
about a week.
he was eating like snacks. I think there was like crisps or something from some like old man in the crowd was offering him snacks. And he's like trying to communicate with Spanish. It's one of the funniest clips ever, man. It's fucking brilliant.
It can't be as good as Joey Barton trying to speak French. I mean, that was up there.
That was epic.
What a moron that geezer is. Absolute moron.
David Moyes, football genius. So yeah, Moisey is Dave Scott's nomination. So Jonesy, who's yours, mate?
Who we got, KJ?
Do you know what? You can't argue with Moyes, but I'm going to give it to a player, and it's Conor Gallagher. I just think he's been.
I voted for him last week. He's quality.
I just think he's a breath of fresh air for that club, and
unbelievable.
I think he should have been in the England squad. I really do. I don't see why he ain't. I think he deserves a chance on form alone, but
he runs for fun, doesn't he? The bloke
for 90 minutes.
Yeah, literally 90.
Literally for 90 minutes, and listen, and he's scoring goals. So. But I mean, obviously, if the deciding one comes, I could easily go Moyes.
You went a bit Steve Bruce then, didn't you? He's scoring goals. He's playing
scoring goals.
He's scoring goals. He looks like Bob Hoskins. He's playing well.
No, he is doing well. I think the problem comes there though is the reason.
Oh, the hood's gone up.
The reason Leeds didn't sign him is the whole thing that Chelsea said. There's no way you're allowed to sign him at the end of the season, regardless of what you offer.
He's coming back.
And that's the problem Palace are going to have at the end of the season because he's going to be so vital to them.
Chelsea have got so many good players in like that sort. They've just got
I think he could be phenomenal for Chelsea, though. I really do.
I think he's better than Mason Mount already. Just putting it out there.
I think he's a very good player, Mount. But fucking, I think he's unreal.
That Atletico Madrid fella ain't worked out there at all, has he? Did you see him in his first game? So he was terrible, wasn't he? He's never had a look in ever since.
Mate, there's a reason Atletico wanted rid of him.
Yeah,
he's been poured air. I watch a bit of Spanish football when he's been poured air for a while.
He fell out with what's his name, didn't he? Simeone. As well. Pumped him.
To be fair, it's quite easy to do, I think.
Angry man.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins, baller of the week.
Weren't he the gay waiter? I say that. The gay butler.
Right, so my nomination is João Cancelo for me.
I can't remember what bit he played
for this weekend. I think Cancelo has been immense.
He's the best. He's one of the best fullbacks in the Premier.
He's got like 8 assists in 4 games, isn't it?
And seamlessly right back or left back, anywhere he playing. He's like, it's fine.
Both feet. It's not a problem for him, is it? No.
Superb. So João Cancelo for me. Greg.
Joel Linton.
Where was he from?
No, I'm joking.
Wales.
He's
Gareth Bale's nephew, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's normally pre-prepared for the old baller.
I've got 2 people in mind. I just don't know who sort of
more notes than the for me. Normally.
He's too stoned, isn't he? He don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna go Croydon De Bruyne.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, he's doing.
He's
doing bits, and he's got his call up now through injury, but it's still a call up. Fair play to him.
So we've got all 1 vote for multiple people so far. So Matty,
Pat's brother, isn't it? Pat's brother, Sensational Smith Rowe.
Matty, who's your nomination?
Funny enough, it was a go between 2 City players, but I've gone for Bernardo Silva.
Hey, Rusty.
His energy is just fucking everywhere. The bloke, he was just all out action. But City cruised through that game so easily. It would have been like funny if Man United had have actually scored. I think they would have just like took like the fucking armbands off and just fucking gone nuts because they just looked like they could score at will. But it's just general play, the way he keeps the ball, the way he keeps it ticking over and moving. It's just pure quality, the bloke. And he gambled really with that cross for the goal. He had no right to even get on the end of that. Between Maguire, Shaw, and De Gea, someone's got to be stopping that, surely. But just to be in the right place at the right time, and the fact that Shaw didn't even know he was there, which was even more funny. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant. So yeah, Bernardo Silva. So what we casting that to a vote now, are we?
Right. So yeah, we have got a dead heat. So we've got Bernardo Silva, Emil Smith Rowe, João Cancelo, Conor Gallagher, and David Moyes. Are
very varied.
Very varied. I like it.
I know.
I wonder who Dan's going to vote for.
So, everyone who's watching, whack it in the comment.
Can he vote for his own club though?
Yeah, he can.
Well. Yeah, everyone vote for a West Ham player, Strug.
Out of those 5, who are yours? I do like Mr. Tom's as a just a side hustle. Give it to give it to Ollie for doing enough to keep in his job without any chance of success.
Well, Moyes,
happy to go with that, but I don't know. No. Right, so we got 2 in already for Moyes. Struggs echoed that already as well. So,
well, cheers, Dave. Well done.
There we go.
Well done, Moyes.
Well done. Well done, David.
So yeah, fair play to him. What a job he's done, mate. Fucking got to take your hat off to him, ain't you? Really?
Yeah. No, he's doing so well there.
He needs some some skin cream, the boy. He's very, very wrinkly.
That's about as bitter as Pat Butcher's gin and lemon in a gin and tonic in that.
He's like a human Sharpay. He's just got rolls after rolls of skin.
Jesus. Shit.
Oh, that's class. But yeah, so going into the international break now, then, boys. So we've got, I don't even know. It's fucking ages, isn't it?
It's boring as, isn't it?
Thank God I'm going Butlins. Fuck off.
Oh, dear.
Well, we won't have to dress up because you'll be Bob Hoskins, wouldn't you?
Get a little fucking butler suit. Bob Hoskins. Was that a 90s thing?
Manservant.
If you dress up as one of the Mario, weren't he in Mario? Was he in Mario, the film?
Fuck knows.
I know. There we go. Look, we can see there. It's the 20th of November. Next games. So it's fucking ages.
We got the Liverpool. Ooh.
Yeah. So let's just have a right. So we've got so Liverpool, Arsenal. So that's 2 of our teams already. Watford, Man United, and Tottenham, Leeds. So they're the.
I think Leeds could get something at Spurs.
Oh.
Fingers crossed, mate. We've got quite a few
Spurs are terrible. I'm sorry.
We've got a few on international break now, so I'm hoping that they will come back unscathed. We've got Rodrigo and Llorente both back in the Spain team, so they both got injured on Spain duty last year, so I'm hoping they avoid that.
Get Rafinha back by a private jet and wrap him up in cotton wool, then, yeah?
Oh, mate, I love that bloke. What a fucking player.
Yeah.
I love that he's a bit of an horrible fucker as well. He's always got the ump. Like... He's just constantly fuming. Unless he's scored, he's fuming.
Yeah, angry man. But that's what you want. You want someone who wants to score all the time. You need that. Greed is good sometimes.
I don't think. I just see Bremner putting he reckons 3-1 Leeds. I don't think I can't see Leeds going there and scoring 3.
No,
that's the problem.
I think it will be another tight affair. That one.
Yeah.
See,
he could have more time with them as well.
It's got 0-0 written all over it.
You say that more time.
By the way, have they stopped putting up those Crime Stoppers posters? Where's Harry Kane? Where's the geezer gone? What's he doing?
He's finished,
isn't
he? Absolute finish.
He's Ian Build, mate.
No, he's not. He's English.
He's not finished. He's only 28.
He's only 28. Anthony. For anyone in the comments that don't know what we're referencing there, it was a famous call-in to TalkSport years ago when the goalkeeper who played for Southampton, Anthony
Amy, for Gareth Bale,
was playing for Hearts at the time, and the Scottish guy rang up, basically telling TalkSport he doesn't know why Scotland haven't picked Anthony Amy, and they're all like, "What? The Hearts goalkeeper, Anthony Amy?" And he's like, "Yeah, why have we not picked him? He's the best keeper in the league." And they went, "Well, because he's Finnish, because he's from Finland." And he went, "No, he's not finished. He's only 28."
He's only 28. He's not finished. He's only 28.
He's not finished. Oh,
it's the funniest thing ever. What a dick.
Oh, mate.
That is a classic.
Oh, fuck
I called it, but anyway, while we're talking about TalkSport, according to Jamie O'Hara, who I cannot stand, by the way, Tottenham are back. According to him. So, yeah, believe what you hear on TalkSport.
Tottenham are still shit.
No, they're fucking...
They will improve. They're going to improve. That's why I think the Leeds game will be difficult. But
do you think he's going to... Inter Milan have tried to put apparently a block on him signing any of their players or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they're adamant they're not
selling.
I don't know how can you do that? Or
surely not.
Do that? I don't know.
No, you just refuse any offer that's made.
Yeah.
While we're talking about that, do you think they're going to majorly struggle to attract players?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because anyone, I mean, obviously they've got a massive stadium that's generating a lot of money. They are a club that technically, on paper, should be going places.
But it's generating no noise. It's not like
there'll be players. There'll be players that look at that ground, look at the training, training facilities. They're seeing Antonio Conte. They're seeing the money flashed in front of them. There'll be players that go Tottenham.
Yeah, but they won't be top level players.
No. I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
They're going to be though. If Conte wants them, they're going to be.
Tottenham can't get your top grade players. They're playing the fucking conference.
I think Leeds. How many times have they got it wrong with a managerial appointment in recent times? If he doesn't get success out of Conte, where they go from there, no one knows.
If I'm honest with you, like we said when he was appointed, I think
it's a great for them to even get him is amazing. It's the best manager they could have got out there at this right now.
But that's what makes me think, why has he gone there?
Yeah.
I'm like, I genuinely, exactly, Kyle. And I think he's literally there for a quick
Have you seen how much he's getting paid?
Exactly.
He's gone there. $15.5 million a season.
Fucking hell, this is a shit or bust. I'll just come in. If it don't go right, I'll still be minted.
Yeah.
And then
if they sack him, he's going to get even more money than that.
And all he has to come out and say is, mate, Mourinho's failed here. Nuno's failed here. All in a very short space of time. Pochettino left because it's a horrible club to be at. Like all he's got to say is it's poisonous. It's not I've done nothing wrong. You can't work here. And then what?
I think a lot of people out there would probably believe Conte over fucking Spurs. You know what I mean? They probably thought, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like his word. I don't think the club will tarnish him.
Much about Tottenham to go there because he's such a big name in the game. People will be like, "Yeah, I'm up for that." I'm up for going.
That is actually mental. What Bremner's Ghost just put in there, that Bielsa is the fourth longest serving manager in the Premier League. It just goes to show that the state of the modern game.
Yeah, no one really stays in a job for 4 or 5. It's like unheard. It's virtually unheard of these days. Unheard of.
Like what have we had Bielsa for 4 years?
Yeah, and that seems like forever.
Just we've had it 3 years and 146
been at Liverpool, Greg? He's been there a good few years, no?
What's that?
Klopp's been there
at Liverpool.
6 years.
5, 6 years, yeah.
So the order is you've got Klopp 6 years, Pep is 5 years, 5.5 years. Then you've got. I'm now not dressing as him. Bollocks.
Can't see that.
I can't see who's third. It just says, Dyche is above them. Dyche has been at Burnley 9 years.
Oh, he loves it, Billy Goats Gruff, doesn't he? Any chance of him getting some strepsils or what?
Fucking hell, he's been there 9 years.
Fucking hell.
But that is mental, isn't it?
Great point for them, by the way.
Yeah, that is true.
They got absolutely battered for the whole game and went up the other end and scored. But look, you see the chances Chelsea had? That one that Barkley had, when he could get about 50 foot over the bar.
It's mad. That Hudson-Odoi loves a wasted chance as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But anyway. Right, well, guys and girls, that'll end our episode anyway this week. We will we'll be back next week. I'm going to try and sort out something, boys, with one of our previous guests, but we will chat after this ends to see your opinions.
I thought you were going to say a food day around yours. Hurry up.
You feel free to host one yourself, mate.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, I got COVID in this house. You don't want to come here, boys.
I live in a toilet, so that counts. Oh, fuck, don't know. I'm going to get a sign for that door that says WC. I think for this.
Yeah, you've got.
You should actually, yeah.
Oh, it's got to be done, isn't it? Mr. Tom will love
Fit
that.
fit an air dryer to the wall.
Yeah.
One of them Dyson ones. You bet you.
Yeah.
Get a green screen and fucking put him in a
put
bowl.
some toilet roll. I'll have that on the side. Yeah, lovely.
Get John to put a little flush in while he's talking.
But yeah, so we'll sort that out once we've.
I would love that.
Finished chatting anyway. But thank you for everyone watching. We've been streaming on Twitter as well as YouTube tonight. So thank you for everyone who's watching on Twitter, and make sure you retweet and like and share and all that rubbish. But yeah, thank you guys, and
Thank you.
Until next week. All the best.